Flip me around. All right. So, hi everybody. I'm trying to do this live on Facebook and on Instagram at the same time. And so I'm just working that out. I've done this on Instagram plenty of times. I've never done a live on Facebook before, so I'm not really sure how all of that works. But, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. So let's see if this setup works. So first off, happy Saturday to everybody. I hope everybody's doing awesome today. And I hope everybody has been enjoying their weekend. Hi, 21 Division Europa. Hi, Black House Charm. Um, Let me see how I see who's over here on the Facebook. I don't know. Um, yeah. So there we go. Hi, Edley. Oh, congratulations. I'm so happy. Oh, congratulations. Hey, San. Hey, Lee G. Hey, everybody. Oh, this is so beautiful news. Have a safe flight and a safe trip over there, you know? So, oh, of course, of course. So, I'm wearing my glasses today because that's the only way I want to see all of y'all. And I wanted to discuss a potpourri of all kinds of things spiritual. Good morning, Jason. I hope you're doing well. It's been a long time no see, especially with the COVID, right? So, I wanted to discuss a potpourri. South Madam, how are you? Um, oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. I hope you saw the video that I did yesterday. Okay, so one thing that I wanted to discuss is basically life, spirituality, and how this kind of works together in a way that's really holistic for you to be able to succeed and advance in your life. Look, I see that we're a little slow here on the Instagram. Anyway, I come from, hi Nick, I come from a very old family lineage. And so I'm a little bit of an old head, okay? I might look really young, thank you, but I'm actually a bit of an old head. Hi, Mambo. And there are certain teachings or foundations that I had growing up in these spiritual traditions. And part of it has to do with being a part of or being within the culture of what we're doing. So you cannot divide the spirituality from the culture. And many individuals are kind of like pulling pieces and dividing the spirituality from the culture. But this leads to something that happens where basically the ish don't work. Your spirituality will not work for you, right? Things will not be progressing for you as they should. One of those things in our culture that we came with very heavily was a sense of really humility and humbleness when we're approaching any spiritual thing. When you want to approach spiritual things, you want to approach very open minded, but don't be no fool. Okay? You want to be very open minded because sometimes, many times, things may not make sense to you in the beginning, and later on they go on and into fall into place, right? However, one thing that we've been taught, and it's something, hey, waves to everybody who's waving. One thing that we was taught in the old times that, makes tons of sense to me. But then again, I'm an old head from another time, so it may not make sense to you. But what makes sense to me and what we learned back in the day was that basically the level of the spirit that can come to a spiritual worker, right, depends on the development of that worker, right? So basically, in another way to say this is clean, elevated, high level spirits cannot come through someone who is not clean, high, and elevated. To have an elevated spirit communicate and deal with someone, okay, they have to have a clear, high, elevated channel, okay? Otherwise, what you end up with, hey there, Star Darling, okay, what you end up with is basically spirits, right, that may have similar energies, similar currents. They may be on the same chain of that current you're trying to call, but it is not that spirit. A lot of people think that they're dealing with Lwa and with Misterios. But let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a little secret here. Something that all the old heads always knew, and it's just that it's not taught that much these days. If you're dealing with a highly elevated spirit or being, your life, the way that you are, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you walk, the way that you talk, the way that you respect other people is different. It's a whole different ballgame, okay? You don't come at people in the wrong way. That's one. Not because there's somebody telling you, do this or do that, or don't do this or don't do that. Hey, my girl Tanya, Natasha, Craig, Winter, I'm glad all of you is here with me. When you're dealing with an elevated spirit, okay, a Lwa, a Misterio, a Matresa, a spirit of God, a highly evolved spirit that's coming to bless you, right? That can't come through dirty channels. It can't come through dirty passageways, things that are blocked up. And good intentions in our tradition is not enough. We love your good intentions. Hey, Javier. Hey, Readings and Moonlight and everyone else. Hey, Mariposa. I like that name. Basically, like, you cannot have a highly evolved spirit come through and communicate and work with someone whose being, okay, listen carefully here, whose being is not highly evolved. I'm not talking about what they got in their house, okay? Hey, Readings by Wen. I'm not talking about what they got in their house or what they don't have in their house. That's the problem. The problem is you go around judging spiritual things with your physical eyes, okay? When a baby is born, their physical eyes have to learn to see. They don't see just like that. You don't wake up, pop out the puss, and start seeing, okay? You have to develop that sight. But if you keep on going around judging things with your physical eyes, trying to understand spiritual things, you're going to keep on getting trapped the hell up. You're going to keep on getting messed up. Okay? Ligia, you said a beautiful thing right here. I'm going to translate it. Is that if you have a dark heart, if like there's darkness or heaviness in your heart, I'm going to tell you something. That happens. That's life. Shit happens. Don't let nobody tell you that bad-ish hasn't happened to you. That shit has happened. But that doesn't mean that that's carrying with you. If you have a heavy heart, a dark heart, okay, you're not going to be able to unravel that connection. Bonsoir, Tessa. Unravel that connection to those higher level entities. Okay? A lot of people want to run to the spirit and deal with the spirit right away, but not deal with the system that the spirit has to come through. Okay? The system that the spirit has to come through is through you. So individuals that aren't 100% clean, you're not drawing Lwa and Medresa. You're not drawing Misterios. Sorry to tell you. And let me tell you something about spirits. Más sabe el viejo por viejo que por diablo. So basically, bad spirits, they know a lot of shit. They know a lot of ish. They've been here for way longer than you. I know you think that you're smarter than everybody all the time. It happens. It's a normal human thing. We all do that. Okay? But, and if you don't do that, hey, great, you don't. But here's the thing, a lot of evil, negative spirits, they know a lot of stuff because they're old. They've been around. They've been around that block. You young. You had your memory wiped when you came into this life, right? And so they know a lot of good stuff. And they could give you a lot of true stuff. They could give you a lot of wisdom, okay? Right? They can give you a lot of knowledge. But if you don't know how to deal with that right, that knowledge is going to come at a cost because there's a cost to be the boss. It's just the way that it is. Okay? And that's going to come at a cost. A lot of people have approached me like, they want to know about this scary Lwa, that scary Lwa. If you really touch that Lwa, if you really had touched that Lwa, you wouldn't be coming here asking. You wouldn't have come in here asking. Because let me tell you, when you really deal with a Lwa or a Misterio, you can't be the same. It's not a choice. It changes you. Okay? It changes you. There's no going back. Okay? Yeah, a lot of fake ish be going around. I agree with someone who left the comment here. Okay? It changes you. It changes how you are. It changes who you are. Okay? And that doesn't mean that you're not going to have hard times. Hard times come, hard times go. But when you deal with a misterio, okay? Much love to y'all. Thank you. Thank you for support, Ab. When you deal with a misterio, you're not going to be the same person. You can't be the same person. You're a different person. You will see it. I know that there's people here who have worked with me in classes, my students, my God kids. They can tell you after working with me how their life has changed, how they have changed, how they approach, how their being has changed, right? Because when you deal with the misterios, when you deal with the luasi, when you deal with these highly evolved spirits, and even those scary ones, they're highly evolved, okay? So when you deal with that, that changes you, okay? And when someone's really dealing with the misterios, they become shifted, they become changed. It doesn't mean that they don't still get angry, upset, irritated, da 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 da. That happens. But the difference is they don't carry that. They are not that. It's seasonal. It's reasonable. It's come up. It comes in. That shit goes out. But the essence of who that person is, they got a heart. They got empathy. They got love for the people. Right? They got love for themselves. You can't be the same person if you're dealing with a real misterio. Period. Okay? It's impossible. So when people come at me or any old head saying, oh yeah, I'm connected with this one and I'm connected with that one and I get messages from this one and I get messages from that one. Let me tell you, when you're dealing with a misterio, this shit ain't options. What you thought? If you got options, it ain't no misterio. If you got choices, ain't no misterio. Misterios let you think you have a choice. That's how they do this. They let you think that you get to choose. But either way, if you don't choose what they say, you're going to find yourself in some messed up ish. You're going to find yourself messed up. Namaste. Okay? Oh, that's awesome. Awesome, Ed. So, uh-huh. Exactly. So the misterios don't leave you with that option. If you got options, that's not a misterio, baby. That's not a misterio. If you got options in which you can choose a different route and there's no repercussion because of that choice, you ain't dealing with a misterio. I know you want to. I know you wish it. And I'm about to say something. It might hurt some feelings. And if it hurts your feelings, you know, it happens. It don't mean I don't accept you, I don't love you. I do. That's you. It is what it is. But you being initiated does not mean that you're in contact with the misterios. Boom. Okay? You being initiated doesn't mean you're in contact with the misterios. I done seen lots of initiates with no contact with the misterios. It's, this is may or may not be a pretty conversation. And if that's you, hey, ish happens, messed up stuff happens. You probably didn't even know. So now you know. Now you can get yourself on track and get yourself resolved. Okay? But when you're in contact with the misterios, okay, that thing's gonna wake you up. That thing's gonna say, get the hell out the bed. And it's gonna be like, go to the altar room and do this. Oh no, your godchild over here needs you. Okay. Oh, this godchild over there needs you. Okay. It's gonna be like, hey, what you doing? I told you to do this. Oh, you didn't do that today? Tomorrow you messed up. Tomorrow you messed up. Okay? If you can choose not to serve and you ain't messed up, then you got to take a look at what you're doing spiritually. Take a look, because these misterios, I love them. I sure do love them. They're the best. Okay? But they don't play. Okay? And so, hey, that's good. Hey, T-Song, everybody over there. I just want to say hey to everybody else. Okay? And with Jose LG, yeah, some people develop a connection without initiation, and they have discipline and heart, but that doesn't give you much credit either. Okay, there's a lot of people that develop without discipline or without initiation, and are still connecting to lower level entities because they haven't done the foundational work that's needed in order for that to happen. And many times, because of their issues, they haven't been able to commit or choose a teacher who's really going to develop them. Okay? In this thing, you can't have no fear, because this thing going to press on you. Okay? And somebody said initiation means nothing if you're not on the right path. 100. If you're not on the right path, you can get initiated. It can do some beautiful things for you. It really can. Because initiation is running that power, and it can do some messed up things to you. It can mess things up too. And it often does. Because if there ain't no foundation, okay, you pouring water into a sieve. You're pouring water into a broken bucket, into a boot without a toe or a heel. And you're trying to lift water. So things are going to be all over the place. When you look for someone who's going to be your guide, someone who is going to work with you, etc., okay? There's a certain level of being, of a manifestation of who and how they are. Hey to everybody who joined on IG, to who and how that they are, that it's not going to change. Like I said, things may happen, but the being that you're dealing with, that individual, okay, that being has a certain strength to their character. They're consistent. Okay? They're positive, not positive, patty positive. Okay? Don't hit me with the positive, patty bullshit. Okay? Not let's pretend like there is no problems in the world and pretend positivity. But they are positive beings. They bring positivity. And sometimes, I want to tell you, truth be told, truth, positive people, we do a lot of destructive stuff because there's a lot of things that you're under the illusion that you know. And there's a lot of illusions out here for you. So a lot of times, truth we destroy. Truth destroys. Truth isn't just building beautiful things. Truth has to destroy, and we have to create space for that to come through. Okay? Hi, South Madam. Sure, drop us an email. So, or, message me. If you end up in one of those, like, hidden message folders, it usually takes me a while because, like, I'm not a 2020 baby. So I forget about all these things online. So, but truth, okay, truth will destroy a lot of things. It's the way that it is. Of course, darling. It's the way that it is. Truth destroys. But with that destruction comes a new building, and that new building is going to take you to that next level. It's going to take you to where you want to go. Okay? So understand that you have to have a certain type of being, a certain cleanliness of a being, in order for high level spirit to come down through you. Lots of low level spirit can come through anyone. And like I said, they know lots of stuff. And they can be very beautiful. They can be beautiful too. You don't even know. They can be very beautiful, right? And they know lots of things. And they can fool you. But if you're dealing with a high level spirit, the way that you're being, the way that your life is, the way that you are is different. Now, the way that you live is different. Okay, so someone right here on here, how can I find a teacher in my area? You're asking the wrong question. That's the wrong question right there. Why? Because you already think that you know that you're going to find a teacher in your area. More than likely, there is not that great a teacher in your area. I don't tell you facts. Okay, there's very few people that are actually called to teach this unto another. Okay, there's very few people that can really be a godparent. Because to be a teacher, to be a godparent, that means we got to swallow all your ish. Because we got to help you work through it. And there's going to be times where you're going to throw it at us. There's going to be times you're not going to like us. And there's very few people who have the capacity to work with a person and really love that person no matter what. No matter what happens through and through, when you're throwing your ish, when you're not throwing your ish, and continue to teach you and not allow any negativities to enter. But again, it goes back to, are you dealing with somebody who's dealing with real highly elevated spirits, misterios, or are you dealing with a lot of people who think they are but aren't? Okay? So basically, a lot of times, if you want to find a real teacher, you're going to have to go out of your area. It's not going to be in your area. There's very few real teachers around, meaning globally. Okay? So you're going to have to you're going to have to come out of your comfort zone and your comfort bubble. And in fact, that's what we do as spiritualists. We get out of the comfort zone and the comfort bubble, and we push past, we push more, we push bigger. Okay? So I'll get into that in a second. So when you have a proper teacher, a proper godparent, okay, that person, who they are as a being is different. Here, right, I tell everybody, your life, it's not meant to be like crappy and in the mire, right? Yeah. Thank you, Adley. She says you can live in Timbuktu and Papa Hector can teach you and change your life. And she's a living testimonial. She really is. She left me one too, actually. So I teach here, your life is meant to be happy. You're meant to like have happiness if you're willing to put the work in. Happiness ain't for everybody. Everybody just waiting for the happiness tree to just like throw the coconut on their head and everybody gonna be happy. But that's not how it go, baby. That's not how it go. I'm telling you, when the spirit of Mama Juana, that ain't how it go. Happiness is something that is for the few and far between, and it's for the people who are willing to put in what it takes to get that happiness. Happiness ain't free, darling. My grandmother will tell you, happiness ain't free. You got to earn it. And your spirituality should be taking you towards that happiness. Okay? Your life should be orgasmic. And if you don't understand what orgasmic means, look that up because that's how your life is meant to be. Okay? Your life is meant to have like wealth, abundance, happiness, lots of orgasms all the time. That's what it's meant to be. Your life is meant to be filled and rich. You're not meant to be like running away from life. You're not meant to be like scared of your challenges and like scared of your, things. In fact, you should, if your life is orgasmic, you're like, hey, yes, I can take that on. Yes, it makes my life better. I love it. Yeah, baby, let me rub myself in that. Okay. So, yeah, you take on and you're like, this is one more beautiful thing that life is giving me. Right. But if your life is not orgasmic, then you're going, and that's not like if you're doing spiritual work, right? You're doing spiritual work to have something more, something bigger, something more than what the normal person has. And let me tell you, the normal person doesn't have happiness. Okay. In fact, when they do interviews of people dying, okay, they say they wish they would have spent more time being happy. They wish they would have had more happiness in their life, right? However, it's kind of too late, okay? Now, happiness cannot come from ignoring your problems and pretending to be happy, because then you get like mofos like me who are going to be like, oh yeah, that's an illusion, right? We're real spiritual masters. We're like, we're going to prick at it. We're going to cut at the illusion because we want to see what's real. We don't want you to be fake. Fake, that's what everybody else wants you to do. If you're with your true spiritual teacher, with your true spiritual master, we only want you. Meaning we want you to be you. We want the real you. We know that it might not always be pretty. That's what we're working on. All right? But we want the real you. We appreciate you for you. We accept you as and for who and what you are. Somebody asked, how do you have a good relationship with a godfather or a godmother? There should be a relationship of mutual respect, but of mutually beneficial. Each hand washes the other. It takes two hands to wash the face, right? And it should be a relationship of bond and of truth. If you really have a real godparent, that person, sometimes you're not going to like them, but you're going to know they're talking facts. Sometimes they might, yell at you, but you're like, damn, I needed that because that was facts. Your godparent, it should be like that friend to you that nobody else can be. They get you. We get you. We understand you. We don't care. We don't care that you hit a car and that you cuss somebody out. We're working with you on it. Okay? Right? We want to share our journey with you so that you can have a beautiful journey. Because that's what these spiritualities are really about. And unfortunately, I've been in this since I was a child. And I've seen the deterioration of our communities and spiritualities. And in that deterioration, what's been left is a lot of people, a lot of individuals that, there's a lot of drama and this and that. And what I tell anybody who comes to me for a reading, anybody who comes to me to be initiated, anybody who comes to me for a class, anybody who comes to me for apprenticeship, okay? If you want drama, go to the club or go to another spiritual house, because we don't do that here. There's the club. I watch novelas. I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican, y'all. I have morals. That means I watch novelas. I get my drama from novelas. I don't go making it in my life. I don't need spirituality to help me have drama. I don't need to go into spiritual work for that. That's not what spiritual work is about. It's about peace. It's about having more love, having more connection with God, having better relationships in your life, having happiness and success, right? Having healing and becoming whole, right? So if you want drama where, oh, this one this one that, blah, 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 there's lots of other places that you could do that at. Go there. We don't really have drama here. And part of it is because I don't put up with it. You can go. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you something. And it might sound a little harsh. Okay? Gurus don't need disciples. Disciples need gurus. Gurus die all the time with all the knowledge in their head. Spiritual masters die all the time with all the knowledge in their head. Because if we don't find someone to impart it to, we don't impart it. And there's lots of beautiful secrets in this religion, in all of these religions. Part of the reason I live my life the way that I do is because I have those secrets. But those secrets aren't just going to be thrown at everybody and given. I don't toss that before the swine. I don't toss that on rocks. Okay? A lot of people think that they know the misterios, but if you knew the secrets of the misterios, you would realize you didn't know anybody. And there's a lot of priests and priestesses and initiates out here who don't know those secrets and may never know those secrets. And maybe are even with godparents who can't give them those secrets because they don't have them. And I see the suffering. But that's not what our spiritualities were about or for, and never have been. Real life, our real purpose here, your real purpose here, is to find happiness and success. And the key word is find it, get to it, work for it. And that's just the way that it is. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Adeline. Yeah, so, one of my people here, one of my daughters here just left, she's in the midst of a huge change herself because of the beauty of the spiritual work, right? A lot of these people, what they're doing out here, that's not spiritual work, boo-boo. It's just not. It's just a flunk. It's just a fail. Oops, tried it. Okay? Like, this is not something that you can come and go. I've seen that. You got an altar, you got spirits. 2 weeks from now, oh, you don't feel like it anymore. You don't want to do it anymore. If you could do that, then you didn't have them. This ain't a choice, baby. And it is a choice. It's a choice for success and for happiness. And it's open. And there's various paths that help people. And there's various paths that are open here to help. And that you can find your spiritual home in. But it's going to take you. We need you. Okay? We need you. We need the real you. We need the real you to work with. We know that you've been hiding for a long time. You've hidden from your parents. You've hidden from your lovers. We know. But we need the real, authentic you. We need that real, innocent, authentic, pure you that came here, was born here to do something. You're most welcome. And you were born here to do something way bigger than suffer in the misery and in the chains and in the mires created by other people. So that's what I basically have to say. Yeah, 100%. Because here's the thing. I'm going to look through here, right? Is that the thing about it is happiness, success, that's the same thing. And you need to go after it. They're not going to give it to you. They don't want to give it to you. And as some comments were made here, right? It's exactly that, right? The thing about it is real spiritual work is not superficial. And somebody made a comment here like everybody wants the body of Bruce Lee, but nobody wants to. You're welcome, Jazz. But nobody wants to do the work. And it's very true. Okay? This is real hard work. Okay? And somebody says like money can buy you initiation, but it can't buy you the spirits. That's absolute. You might think that there's a lot of things in life you can buy, but we ain't one of them. You can't buy the pure elevated spirits. We don't give a damn how much cash you got. One time, I had somebody come here with 50 G's to give me in a nice little case, okay, to give them an initiation that they were not authorized to have. 50 G's, y'all. And guess what? They took that 50 G's home. Because if it ain't for you, it ain't for you, boo-boo. And I'm not going to be the one to give it to you. Maybe somebody else. And he probably got took. Because these spirits, it can't be bought. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. If it's for you, it's for you. Right? It just can't be bought like that. Right? A lot of people, they want to, let's say be priests or get initiated because they want to have the power for themselves. They don't want to go to a spiritual worker. They don't want to have to go to somebody else. But guess what? Can't everybody do this-ish? Everybody can't do these healings. Everybody can't do these purifications. Everybody can't be a godparent, a teacher, or all this other jazz. Everybody don't have the gifts. It's not gifts. Everybody don't have the abilities. Everybody don't have the capacities. Everybody don't have the faculties. Everybody doesn't have the path and the energies that are needed. Okay? That's why, currently, I was just talking with someone yesterday about how, basically, you got pop-up spiritual workers, pop-up popcorn, pop-up shops all over, especially since the COVID. They popping like popcorn at a movie theater on Saturday night. Okay? Pop, pop, pop. Everybody is. Okay? A few months ago, you know, there was a teacher, a stripper, working that corner. But, today they're offering tarot readings and, cleanses and all these other great things and spiritual soaps and all that other stuff, right? So check it out, right? It don't work that way, boo-boo. Not everybody can do this for other people. In fact, that's something that I cover and talk about in my book. And not everyone's meant to do it for other people. And, stop running to do it for other people. Why do you want to take so many other people on your back? The world is heavy enough without carrying a whole bunch of other people trying to improve themselves. Right? You can't even deal with your own ish. You can't even deal with your own problems. You can't even deal with what you're going through right now, but you want to put other people on your back? No. You should sweat for the t-shirt on your back. Hey, Belle. Right? Exactly. Sweat for the t-shirt on your back. Sweat for the clothes on your back. And once you get to the point where you ain't sweating so much and your clothes ain't sweating stanky because you're sweating so much to just keep your own back covered, when you got it like that and you have made that progress, that you got a closet, then go ahead and give clothes. Okay? Then go ahead and help others. Thank you, Belle. So then go ahead and help others. When you got a closet where you got extra. Don't come here in poverty, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, trying to take money off of others to take their shit off of them and put it onto yourself. Get yourself straight first, right? It's good for you. A lot of people I've worked with a lot of people. And a lot of people I worked with, once we got them straight, when they came in, they're like, yeah, I'm going to be a spiritual worker. I'm do spiritual work for people. Yeah, lighty, okay? And then once I've worked with them and really got their life straight, they're like, yeah, I'm not meant to be a spiritual worker. I ain't about that ish. Thank you, Papa. That's good for you, Papa. I love you, Papa. You're great at this, Papa. I realize I shouldn't be doing this, Papa. I don't give a damn about that. My life is good. Okay? And that's wonderful. That's beautiful. They found what is for them and they're living good, and that's the point. Oh, I am, Ellie. That's the point, is that, you get what you need. But a lot of people out there, they thinking they're going out there to help other people spiritually, but you just can't face your own problems. So you want to look at other people's problems, help them with their problems so you can ignore yours. Don't ignore your problems. Confront your ish. Because otherwise, the rest of us have to be subjected to it. And that's not nice. That's not nice. How is that spiritual? Yup. Somebody just backing that up what I was saying. Yeah. So, like, at the end of the day, real godparents, spiritualists, what we want for you is to be happy. And if it's meant for you to be a spiritual worker and to help other people, we want you to be right first, meaning right spiritually and personally first. Have a good, strong foundation. Then take on other people's problem, OPP. Don't start with OPP when you got PP, personal problem. Okay? So, yeah, somebody made another comment here, and I gotta address it because it's like hell to the yes. Okay, so basically, Jess says here, a lot of real spiritual people, we don't even want our gifts. Being a priestess or priestess, Spirit asks us for more than most. That's facts. Facts. I got people, I bet, looking, I thought I just saw you over here, right? be running from their spiritual abilities and their spiritual calling. A lot of us do run from our spiritual abilities and our spiritual calling because it's a lot of work and that will take over your life. And very often it does become the center of your life. And very often dealing for other people becomes a big part of your life and helping them and their needs and people reaching out to you, et cetera, et cetera. So a lot of people that really do have the calling, we run. And we run, and a lot of us, especially, it's very popular in the islands, okay? We get messed up. We get effed up. I'll tell you something. Let me get some water here because this one's a good one, all right? We get messed the hell up, okay, for running. And we'll continue to get messed up, right? And in order to not have to do and not have to take on that responsibility of what is that spiritual work. I'll tell you, in my own life, when I was like, hell no, I ain't trying to do that. Bro, you got the wrong one. Go over there, bro. Right? So when I had that time in my life, which a lot of people with the calling do, okay, I got messed up. I got into really bad car accident. They messed my ass up. They showed me. Okay? They will mess you up. So when you really do have a spiritual calling, a lot of times you will run. A lot of people who really do have the calling, we run. We run for the damn mountains. Okay? We ain't about that life. We ain't trying to do all of that because we know how much it draws on us, how much it calls from us, how much is required of us, right? A lot of times we'll get messed up and get messed up and get messed up again and keep getting messed the hell up, okay? Just so that we ain't got to take on those responsibilities or do it. And a lot of times the people who run to it are not the people who are called necessarily to work for others. It just is what it is. It's that, crazy paradox that exists with the humans. So, listen, I saw a few of you already did it, and thank you. I'm happy. I'm proud. I appreciate you. Right? So, one thing that I want everybody, all my people to know, whoever's watching this, whoever's watching the recording, is like, I accept you. I appreciate you. And I appreciate all your support coming here, spending some time with me on this Saturday, listening to my messages and everything else. A few people have been asking me and emailing me saying like, Papa, I really listen to all your podcasts. I watch all your YouTubes. I go to your lives and things of this nature. And you want to donate to me and everything that I'm doing. And like I always tell people, if I were getting things in donations, like I could do way more of this good stuff. But they asked me, how can you do that? Basically, you can send it via PayPal, help@mysticalwork.com, or you can cash at me, cash symbol Hector Salva. And if you want to donate, it's not required. Either way, I'm here for my peoples, okay? Because the Spirit, get me what I need. So if you want to, go ahead, feel free, send whatever. And, it's unfortunate. I'm going to tell you this little story, and I'm about to let you go. I'm not going to hold you up here all day. But it's unfortunate that our traditions are so powerful and so healing, and a lot of people cannot get what they need from our traditions because, you're most welcome, because of finance or various other things. I've worked with a number of people who've had children who have really needed our help. And luckily, either I was able to or someone else donated, et cetera, for us to be able to heal them so that they didn't have to be on meds for the rest of their life. There's a lot of kids going on meds for, made up mental conditions. Yes, I did receive that perfume, and Anaisa got her perfume from you. So I did give Anaisa her perfume from you. So there's a lot of people going through, and a lot of children going through a lot of messed up ish, right? But unfortunately, because of the way healthcare and everything else in the society is set up, everybody just wants to pump all these little kids up on drugs and call it a day, make them little walking zombies, drug the hell out. The truth is, our traditions have and have always had the techniques and the magic and the secrets to be able to get people functioning right. I've recently, in the last year, did healing work and healed 3 children who were loaded. Okay. One was 8, one was 11, and one was 6, was loaded on drugs prescribed by doctors. Okay. And I'm like, what the hell? What? Okay. So then they came in and we were able to get them healed and cured. And now they're off all of those medicines and they're having happy lives as children should have. So, whenever you donate and things like this, a lot of times I use these funds to go towards helping various people who really need help, where it really is charity case. Okay. By the way, I know might be hard for some people to hear. Okay. But, your problems with your man, your problems with your woman, that's not charity situation. Children going on mental drugs at 6 years old, that's a problem. Okay. So, oh, exactly. Right. So that is a problem. And if you haven't already done so, oh, another thing. I'm going to be on Facebook Live this Thursday, June 25th at 6 p.m. if you want to come join me on Red Wheel Wiser's Facebook page. Right. And I have my book that came out. A lot of you said you already bought it. I thank you for your support. I thank you, everybody who reviewed the book. If you don't know, I'm doing a review raffle. So I'm going to tell you about that in a second. You can get this book, The 21 Divisions, Mysteries and Magic of Dominican Voodoo, anywhere, everywhere books are sold. If you're somewhere out of the USA, like a lot of people are saying they have to wait till October, you can get it from bookdepository.com, right? I'm doing a free raffle and I'm going to give you a free magical recipe if you win the raffle. If you turn in January, February, March, April, May, June. Hey, we're spiritualists. We don't be worried about that. If you turn in a review by the 30th of June on Amazon, any of the review sites on the book, DM me the screenshot. I'll get you a raffle ticket. Guess what? You got a high chance of winning because so far I only have like 9 entries. I have lots of reviews out there, but I guess everybody ain't claiming their stuff. So I only have 9 entries. So like you got a high chance of winning right now. So you still got like 10 days to do that, John. So go ahead and write a review. Meet me on the Red Wheel Wiser thing next week. 6:25. I'm also going to be doing another Facebook Live with some other cool people. I mean, like, I got a lot of ish popping off for y'all. We've been super busy. My daughters just graduated. I had 2 new graduates. I have a high school graduate and basically a middle school graduate. So it's been really busy. We've been having lots of fun. I appreciate all of you. Okay. I thank you for all of your support. Like, I wish you many blessings throughout this and the next weeks and the weeks to come. Okay. And you're most welcome, Ellie. And, we're here. If you haven't done so, go to my YouTube and hit subscribe. Go to iTunes, go to Google Podcasts, hit subscribe. Check me out at hectorsalva.com, right? There's I'm all over the place, right? Like, a few good people have said, I am really Puerto Rican, sure. I'm like a cucaracha. I'm all over the place and you just can't get rid of me. I've been here for 20 plus years and I probably do another 20 shit. Just like the pen. So, like I told you, once they gotcha, they gotcha. So you're most welcome. Good welcome to everyone. Have a great trip, Edley, and much love to your daughter as well. And you're most welcome to everyone. God bless all of you. Remember, one last thing before I go. You're here for a big reason. God put you here for something. And that thing is bigger than you could even know. So don't let nobody rain on your parade and stop raining on your own because you're meant for bigger, better things. You know, you're basically hidden kings and queens who don't even know you're wearing crowns. So many, many blessings. Until next time, keep the faith, stay safe, wash them hands, and use lots of lotion because it will dry that out.